Hi, I'm Alex Follett, and this is the 9th episode of 51.5 Tips for a Beginner Property Investor. Today I'm going to talk about attitude to money. So I would like to start with giving you my favorite definition of wealth, which goes like this. Wealth is everything you have left after you've lost all your possessions. So what do you have left? You have your network, you have your skills, and you have your mindset. And imagine, for example, Richard Branson, who is worth $5 billion. Imagine if he loses everything, what would he do? I'm sure that it would take him a few years, but he'll be thinking in millions and tens of millions of dollars. And, in a few years' time, he'll probably won't get to 5 billion again, but he'll get somewhere in the hundreds of millions of dollars, because this is how he thinks. And if you think about yourself, and me as well, we've been working hard, and over the years we have accumulated some stuff, but imagine you lose it all one day. And I think that what will happen is you aim to get back to where you are now. But how about thinking like Richard Branson, or people who think in who see bigger picture? What about aiming to get where they are? And what I do is I work on my money mindset and try to see bigger picture and think bigger. So this is what I work on. And I would also like to share experience that completely transformed my attitude to money. So a couple of years ago, I went to see an NLP practitioner. NLP stands for Neuro-Linguistic Programming. I like personal development, and I do different therapies, try different things to make myself a better person, to improve my quality of life. So I went to see this practitioner, and we were talking about the usual stuff, let's work on family, mom, dad, children. And one of the topics she suggested to work on, so she asked me a question. She said, do you think you would find it useful if we would get rid of negative emotions of anger, fear, sadness and guilt in relation to money? And I thought, that's great, that sounds fantastic, because I grew up in Russia in the Soviet times, and this is when everyone was supposed to have the same. If you wanted to build a business and buy something and sell it for more money, it actually was illegal. So nothing like this was allowed. And obviously my mindset was also developing in the Soviet times, and there was never enough money. So this is how I was living, and I thought it was normal. So this therapist said, we can change it. You don't have to live like this. And I said, yeah, great, sure, let's do it. So we did the therapy. And as part of the therapy, we also had to identify a limiting belief that I had in relation to money. And it appeared to be that I believed that I was not worthy of money. How about that? And at the end of this therapy, I got rid of this limiting belief, and it was great. So I did some NLP training 15 years ago, so I already was a practitioner at that time. And a couple of years ago, I also did my master practitioner diploma, so I did work on my mindset a bit more than just one session. And I found it really useful, because when building your business, you really need to have a clear head, no emotions in relation to money. You really need to understand that your business needs to be profitable. And on the one hand, you would employ accountants to advise you how your business is going, but really the accountants, they are the professionals and they'll advise you, but they will not make your business profitable. So you need to think about your business, about money without any emotions, and you'll have to get some loans, you'll have to repay loans, and you have to make plans regarding your cash flow. And really it's best to be done when no emotions are involved. So I hope you find this episode useful, and see you next week.